Welcome back to the Love to Mom podcast. I'm your host, Jerry, and as always, I'm joined by my furry mother, Christy.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone.
I don't know. We have
Furry.
a fun and exciting new episode. We're talking about My Neighbor Totoro. This was my pick. Um, this is kind of our continuing Studio Ghibli kind of series that we've got going on. Every couple of months, I like to sprinkle these in just because I know that they're a surefire win for the most part. And so I figured we did Spirited Away, which is probably their biggest movie. And now we're doing probably what they're most known for these days, which is My Neighbor Totoro. It's the logo of their studio. Whenever they release merch, there's always Totoro merch. Like, it is by far probably their most beloved movie.
Okay.
So I decided to do it because I watched it probably 4 or 5 years ago when I was first getting into Studio Ghibli, and I remember not really liking it.
Oh, okay.
I think on my letterbox thing for all of them ranked, Totoro was second last.
Wow, that's surprising. Why do you feel like you felt that way? Or what did you say in your review? Or if you did one?
I think what I said was if I watched this movie when I was a lot younger, I think I would have had more fond memories of it. Because I was still in college. When I first watched it, I'm like, oh, this is more aimed towards a younger audience. And what I like about their stuff in general is that they kind of appeal to everybody. Or you watch Spirited Away, and there's a lot of stuff that everyone can appreciate. It doesn't feel so necessarily skewed. And I think that's kind of where I was coming from with this one, where I'm like, oh, this feels more overtly kiddie. But I gotta say, on this most recent rewatch, because we watched it yesterday, I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. And I don't know if it's just I have matured a little bit and kind of gotten more appreciation for some of the stuff that they're doing, especially in the portrayal of the kids. I thought that was so funny and real. It was just so cute.
It was adorable. There is a lot I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll get started with that because I've seen it before.
Sure. Have you only seen it once before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't really remember anything about it. I mean, there were certain things that I remembered. Obviously, them waiting at the bus stop. That's the most famous thing from this movie. And the cat bus. How could you forget the cat bus?
That cat bus was cool.
With
was fun.
rats as the turn signals.
Yes, I really liked that. I thought that was really clever.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I was watching it, and I completely forgot about the hospital plot, and that's a main thing about this movie.
Yeah.
And probably my favorite thing. Not to spoil anything, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really, really liked that. But before we dive too much into one thing,
Yeah.
what did you think, just kind of generally?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. It had a slower pace, which I didn't hate.
Yeah.
I always find the music interesting, where there's long periods of silence with no music over the top, and there are times where I notice it, which is so interesting to me because I don't feel like I generally notice that in movies. But with this one, there were a few times where I was like, it is completely silent right now. There's nothing happening with other than the dialogue. I loved a lot of the kid portrayal stuff, just like you. And the interpersonal relationships, there were a lot of really fun. The relationships between the sisters, the relationship between, Satsuki, is that right? Satsuki and the little boy down the street was very fun.
Yeah.
The relationship of the dad, because we don't know for the whole first part of this movie, is this a single dad?
Yeah.
Where's mom? but the relationship that he has with his girls, I just think it's a really, really lovely exploration of relationships between a lot of different people because
Yeah.
it's a quiet movie. It's not like it's real heavy on plot. You know, there are definitely things, and there's fantastical things, which you always expect from a Studio Ghibli movie.
Sure.
But those relationships, I feel like, are more deeply drawn than some in some of the other ones that I've seen by them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like in just generally, it's like a family drama
Yeah.
in like genre, which is rare for them. Like, I guess the only other one, which I don't think we'll ever do, is like kind of The Wind Rises. It's not like a family drama. It's like a coming of age kind of thing.
Yep.
That's my friend Grant's favorite
Okay.
because that one, I don't think there's anything fantastical in it at all. It's like just about this guy who's becoming an aerospace engineer,
Oh, well, that's why Grant likes
which
it.
is why Grant likes it because he is one.
Yes.
And so, oh jeez. Yeah, so we're in person. This is something that we should probably bring up.
Go. Yeah.
I don't remember what we did last. Was it regarding Henry, who did in person, and then
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yeah, that was but I don't think she was downstairs with us when we did K-pop. So yeah, it was regarding Henry.
Yeah, so if you hear Edna's here, and as we've gone over, she is the loudest dog on the planet. So hopefully
And I love her.
she stays relatively quiet, but it's going to be inevitable that
Yeah.
she's going to get picked up on the mic.
I mean, we already had to switch out the bone because the one she was chewing on before was too loud. Now she's drinking and standing down here at my feet and eating. She wants my tea. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll get it. It'll be fine. She'll bring, if nothing else, she could be our color commentary or something. She's the sweetest.
Yeah, she'll settle down.
She will. Yeah, she will.
Yeah. I don't
But we won't watch the one with the aerospace engineer.
Oh, probably not. That one's kind of low for me too.
Okay.
But like this has like the most heart to it, I think. Where the heart of it really is like family drama. You can
Yeah.
strip away all the Totoro stuff,
Yeah.
and the heart of the story is these two girls, and they're kind of like reckoning with their mom being in the hospital. It's never really said what she has,
Right.
but it's something that I guess comes in waves. Where she's like in the hospital, and then they're like, "Oh, she comes back," and then it like comes back.
I read something that said that they think it's tuberculosis, which was what
Oh, which is what
his mom
mom
had.
Yeah.
And originally, he said he couldn't make this movie with boys.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, so there have been a few interviews with him saying that it was tuberculosis. And the other clue to that is that the hospital where she's staying has open windows. And at the time, the only treatment for tuberculosis was fresh air. That was the big thing, that bed rest and fresh air. So the fact that the windows were open was another clue to the fact that it was tuberculosis.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That was like that like really kind of broke my heart when like the girls are in the tree, like right at the end when they go see that the mom is in the hospital and they leave the corn. I'm like, this is just so sad.
Yeah.
Knowing like we've talked about this where like his mom had tuberculosis and was in and out of the hospital, and he was especially close to her. And so there's a lot of like stuff where like a lot of his female characters are brave and kind, and they lead with their heart, and those are admirable qualities from his mom that he like really wanted to like pass on and kind of be her legacy. And so this was like the most overt kind of representation where it was the mom's in the hospital with kind of the same thing that his mom had. But it's just like, it's so sad. Like, I guess maybe just knowing that. And then
Right.
like, she's in and out of the hospital, and the girls are like wrecked. And like the older one wants to kind of put on a strong face for the little one. It's like, that's so real.
Well, and she's taking on a lot of the mothering role. She's,
Yeah.
making her lunch, and she's, that's a lot of responsibility. I think they said she's 7. You're supposed
Yeah.
to be a 7 in the movie. And so you think that's complicated because she also is filling a role that she's really not ready to fill. And it's not that her dad's neglecting her.
Yeah.
He's doing the best he can too. So, but she's definitely taking on a lot more responsibility than would be typical for a 7-year-old. You think about her taking her sister because he doesn't have his umbrella. And so we have to go to the bus stop. And, it's, she's thinking about things that 7-year-olds don't think about.
Yeah.
And and at first, we're just not sure why. What's the story? Where's mom? And then you realize like there's also probably a part of her that wants to make her mom proud of the way that she's handling things at home.
Yeah.
And so it's just a lot of very complicated dynamics there. But also incredibly joyful. Like
Yeah.
there's some real sad and tender moments, and then there are some times where it's like, this is the cutest thing ever. It's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My favorite thing, if I can say,
Yeah.
is the way that May copied her.
Yes. And when they're looking for the
When they're
dust sprites.
all throughout the movie, she would do whatever Satsuki did, which as that is the first time I've ever seen that really portrayed in a movie, but that is so real.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really thought about it until that came up, and then it just made me like remember when you and your sister were so little, and Jenna would follow you around like a puppy, and everything you did she wanted to do, and that would get on your nerves sometimes, which is understandable because you don't want your little sister doing everything you do. But that whole like, I want to be like you, so I'm going to do everything you do, and I don't know. It was I don't know. It really got me.
Yeah.
And I could hear you sitting next to me, like giggling over it. And what I thought was really sweet about that was, like, as I'm watching it, I'm thinking, well, does Jerry remember that? Write down the time. Does Jerry remember Jenna following everywhere you went? But I could tell from your giggle that you did.
Yeah.
But I think if we're watching this and Jenna was watching it, she wouldn't remember that
No.
because she was the follower.
Mm.
And so to me, that was even kind of sweet to sit there and think, oh, like he remembers her doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I even consciously remembered that.
Sure.
It was more just like, oh, this is a thing that kids do. And it was really cute.
Familiar. It's familiar.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was adorable. I've never seen that on film before, and I just thought it was done so well. And it was so cute. And that was the whole purpose of it right there, was like just to highlight not only like that's a typical child behavior, but also the dynamics that happen in a sibling relationship like that.
Yeah.
That younger one just so much wants to be like the older sibling. Very cute. And I would imagine that dynamic is even different because they're sisters.
Probably. Yeah.
So anyway, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I don't know how I didn't catch that like the first time. And I'm like, man, there's just so much heart to this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, that's almost like, I don't think I wrote a review for it, because this was before I was writing reviews for every movie.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
When
man,
did you watch it?
probably when I was 20 or 21.
Okay.
So
Were you in film school at the time or no? Okay.
no,
Okay.
I was not.
Yeah. I think with age comes some of that age and life experience bring about sentimentality and recognition of those interpersonal dynamics in ways as you grow and you mature. You can see those nuances maybe better than you can when you're younger.
True.
But yeah, I loved that relationship. The other thing I really enjoyed was how she had her hair short, and she's like, someday I want my hair like yours. And what I wanted to say was, oh, honey, you have your dad's hair. Look at your dad's hair. Your dad's hair is just like your hair. But she wants to be her mom. Like she wants to be, that part that comes from when girls especially are young, they want to be like their moms, and they're not afraid to say that is, there comes a point where that separation happens, but this is happening before that, where they just want to do, much like the younger sister wants to do the same thing the older sister does, the older sister wants to emulate her mom.
Yeah.
And probably all the more so because she's not there. And so we have this glorified idea of who they are because we aren't with them every day and we miss them. And so it changes your perception of the person as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I loved that. I thought that was like probably my favorite part of the movie.
I mean,
I loved it.
Yeah, it might be for me too. I just think it was so cute.
I did too. I did too. I really, really loved it.
Yeah.
Those interpersonal and like the timing of a lot of the, like some of the, I think of Totoro when he's laying on his back and she's talking to him and he peeks out with an eye and then he closes them again. And I was waiting for like the boop, like, oh my gosh. And it didn't happen at first. It took, but the way that she was received, like she's sitting right in his face. And I thought she's going to get scared and she never did. And, there's just this gentle giant part.
Oh yeah.
That, and then I also thought, like, if you were scared, if you had a mom that was sick or whatever, and you were feeling insecure, that's what you would want, is this big, giant beanbag, basically, that's covered in fur, that's warm, that where you would feel safe and protected.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. There was something very appealing to that scene as well, just watching the interaction between the two of them. Her being kind of really down in his face. And I'm like, how's he going to feel about this? But he gets, I love their big smiles.
Yes.
So much communicated with a smile.
Yeah.
I really like that.
You're waiting for, like, this is the scene that I was like, oh, okay. She's going to be sitting here and on Totoro, and then he opens his eyes and sees her, and he starts screaming, and then she starts screaming, and then it all becomes, oh, it was a misunderstand. Like, I was waiting.
Yeah.
That's like kids' movie cliche when there's a big, adorable monster. When they first meet, they're scared of each other.
Sure.
It's not what it is. And I think if you want to be, like not fun, you could just be like, oh, well, this is all, like, interpretation, where it's like Totoro doesn't exist. Like, when they find her sleeping, she's just, like, in a grove, and it's like, well, probably literally, that's probably where she was, and then they find the tree. And, like, if you're looking at it from that kind of perspective, where, like, the Totoro is kind of like this imaginary creature that the girls are kind of using to, like, have like an imaginary protector while their mom is gone, like that, you can kind of read the movie like that, but it's not fun to do that.
Yeah. I think it is and it isn't. I think it demonstrates the need for that. Like, they're home alone because dad's at work. He has to be at work. I think, yeah, it's hard to say because there's a point where the cat comes and they're like, oh, they can't see you.
Yeah, the cat bus.
Yeah, the cat bus. And there's a line that's something like that, like they can't see you.
See them,
So I don't really know the, like the, I can't think of the word I want to say, but like the story that's built around that. Is it real? Is it not real? Like, is it something where it's like, when you get old enough, you lose your sense of wonder and you can no longer see the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be interpreted so many ways, and I don't know that there is one right way because it could be interpreted so many different ways. But I think it definitely brought a lot of coziness.
Yes.
A lot of coziness. The soft, like the cat and the fur, and like as I was watching them in the bus, I was like, gosh, that would be so nice. To sit in like this bus that's full of fur and it's warm and it's like, and the same thing with Totoro, like the idea that you could be at the top of the trees and have this giant creature carry you as you fly. And, that sense of safety that comes from warm, soft, furry. That's why pets are so great for us. They there's a reason that we use them for emotional support. And this movie, having those creatures in the movie, provide the same function as do animals in real life, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Where we find emotional comfort from their presence. And even the idea of it, just watching it, is like enough to make it feel warm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Totoro. Like, and this is like, the most famous thing, but I just love him on the bus stop.
Yeah.
He's like, has this big old smile on his face when he figures out that the raindrops hit the umbrella. And he's just like, all the way. I'm like, man, he's just so cute.
And that animation of that, where he roars and you can see all the water coming down on top of that, and the sound that makes. I love that sound. But him coming up with that little leaf on his head, oh my gosh, adorable. That was so cute. This big giant creature with this little tiny leaf on his head. Oh, I thought that was so cute.
Well, that's kind of echoed when they're like raising the trees, and the two little ones, they have like the bigger of the little one is holding a leaf, but then the littlest one is holding a clover.
Yes.
And I'm like, that, man, I just love
It's so
that.
cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I loved the back. So there's the point where you're seeing that particular scene where they're raising that one giant tree. Where they're reaching down and they're putting their hands up, and it literally looks like, when you're looking at them from the back as they're doing it, it does look like they're pulling these up out of the ground. Like that movement from the front had a very different look than the movement from the back, where it looked like they were literally with their hands bringing those trees up out of the ground. I couldn't figure out where we were going with the acorns all the time. I'm like, what's the story with the acorns? I can't, like, is this just a treat or something because we're finding them all throughout. There's some symbolism there that we probably need to think through, right?
With trees?
With acorns and trees and right?
Well, I'm
Because
sure.
we're seeing them from the very beginning. There's an acorn in the house. Oh, it's squirrels.
Yeah.
The whole. So we know that Totoro likes them and is collecting them.
Well, I mean, I think trees and nature is something that's very important to this movie. Like, we see them, the first thing that they notice when they get to their new house is the giant tree that's like next door. I mean, how would you miss that? But it's like, it kind of goes to symbolize like trees in like Japanese culture with like ginkgo trees and like lotus trees and stuff. They're very like protectors, like, I don't know, like guardians of nature essentially, or like families will have like one tree and it's like, yeah, that's our ginkgo tree, that's our lotus tree, whatever, our cherry tree. And it's like a symbol of the family.
Yeah.
And so I think going along with that, you can kind of extrapolate that with like, well, if the tree is like a symbol for a guardian, then like that giant tree is probably a symbol of the mom, or the dad or whatever. But then the acorns, they're like, that's like untapped potential.
Yeah.
And that can be like, well, that's the kids. And like Totoro is like, only the kids can see the Totoro and all the mythical creatures. And so like, there's just like a purity to like seeds and like, this is the spark of life that can eventually become this giant tree. And so I think there's something to that.
That is interesting. I think too, they're the one that they do with Totoro, where they're all, and it becomes a big giant tree, and they pan back and they show the house, and the tree is over the house. Like, it's exactly what you're talking about with the protector part, where it's like this tree is shading and protecting the house, but also like you think about, well, when they go to see the mom and they're hiding in the tree.
Yeah.
And then Totoro takes them to the top of the tree so that they can get this view of the world, the bigger world. So So I think there's just a lot of really interesting, like, I think if you really sit and think about all the ways that trees specifically are used in this,
Yeah.
because even I think when they're at the bus stop and it's the the rain is on the trees, it's on the leaves and it's coming down on them,
Yeah.
and then he yells and all this rain comes down, like they're losing that shelter, right?
Yeah.
And but they're also protected by the umbrella. The umbrella is taking the place of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And that maybe sometimes we think of trees as being protectors, but they can also, trees sometimes their structure, while protective, can also be a danger. If you think about like, you should never stand under a tree when there's a lightning storm. Like all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
things we think, oh, I would be safe under here. There's something about the idea of feeling safe under a tree, but that's not always true. That that shelter is not really, as protective as we think it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. There's a lot of different things you could think about with that. I feel like, yeah, obviously the nature in all of these movies plays such a huge role. The thing that got me the first time through here, like the first scene where I was like, oh, that animation. Well, first of all, the fact that this was done in '88 kind of blows my mind. I was still in high school at the time.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of this before. But the scene where they're driving on the road and they get off to the side and there's like a water, like a tiny, tiny waterfall. And
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
see the reflection of the light on it. And it's like the rest of this film, the rest of the animation style is very, there is shading, but it's not hyper realistic at all. But the way that the light was playing off that water seemed so realistic, the way that they did it. And I'm like, this is 1988. And it looks like that, like just that one real brief glimpse of that water in the sun. And it also made me realize the use of, throughout the movie, the use of light and shadow,
Yeah.
that I have never seen a dusk animated so well. Like that particular blue that comes just as the sun is going down in the summer, and you've got this blue tint to the sky, not even to the sky, to
Just everything. Yeah.
And they captured that blue so beautifully. When I was watching that, and then the other part was that sunset, which we saw in numerous shots where it was like I don't know, like there's just a way in this particular movie that light and that the sky is being captured, that it was just really, really appealing and like noticeable.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really interesting. When we watched Mononoke, it was like, well, it was the greens. It was like the plants and that's not really the focus of this so much. I mean, that is important, and you do have a lot of nature scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
But what caught my eye more was the sky and the color and the light. That was really what stood out to me in this one.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like even going along with that, like it is impressive. Like this was done in '88. Like I don't know what would even be contemporary here in '88. Was like
Little Mermaid was '89, so we're looking at,
okay.
that's Little Mermaid,
So around that time.
'89-ish.
And I think that movie is like pretty beautiful too. But like the way that they do it here, it's like it's so simple where it's like, oh, but it's just like this one little thing like really goes a long way. And it's what you're saying with the water, but they also do it with grass. Where it's like when we're zooming in on like that like babbling brook as they're moving in, there's just like these little lines that are going where it's like just on the crest.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, well, that is like perfect. Like that's how actual flow lines look like in water and like a natural brook like that.
Right.
But also like when we're looking out at like the field and like you can see like the wind is blowing in the grass and it's just like these little lines that are dashed across and they move. I'm like, man, that's such a simple effect. Like it probably took maybe like an hour just drawing little lines, just doing that over and over again. But it's like such a perfect effect where you don't need like you don't need the Mononoke complexity to get across the beauty of nature. You just need
Right.
little touches that remind us, oh, it's really nice when you look out and
Mm.
you see the wind blowing in the grass, or
Mm-hmm.
you stop to appreciate a little stream. Like it's really nice the
Mm-hmm.
way that they're able to capture little things.
I agree. I agree. I there is that scene where they keep coming across that farmer who's out working in the rice.
Yeah.
I think it's in a rice field, although it seemed like they had a lot of different kinds of crops in that particular area, but there were definitely rice paddies there,
Mm-hmm.
and then the corn. But seeing the lines for the corn, that's very reminiscent.
Mm-hmm.
Being from Iowa, that's that is our
Every
life.
summer. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was that was really pretty. It was. I think what stands out. I think the reason that I specifically say, because of course the nature is just as important in this. I think for me, when I think about Princess Mononoke, what I think about is the green,
Yeah.
like that vivid, vivid green. We don't get that kind of. We get that in the sunset for
Mm-hmm.
sure, like the vivid color there. The greens are more muted in this, which it just isn't as vibrant, I guess maybe
Yeah.
is the word I want to use. But the actual, what you're talking about, the actual style of it is still striking when you look at that scene and they're looking over this land, and it's like, oh, look at those beautiful rows of corn, and look at those
Mm-hmm.
really pretty rice paddies, and it just is not as like in your face
Yeah.
color. But that's also a style choice too. But it's also a many, many decades different.
Sure.
Technology has changed a lot since then, etc. But I think they still capture the importance of nature
Yeah.
in the movie. I just was really more struck with that specifically dusk.
Yeah.
I mean, that was perfection. I
Mm-hmm.
loved it.
Yeah. And like you can tell that like this movie doesn't have like as high a budget as
Mm-hmm.
even something like Spirited Away, which only
Yeah.
came out like, well, I guess that was like 20 years later, if that was in like 2006 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like just that jump where it's like, man, every single scene is like the dusk scene, but it's like you have a limited budget, and like they're like, well, this is the thing that we really have to nail.
Yep.
It's like we need this to be striking. There's like a couple of scenes like that where you can like tell where it's like, okay, well, this is we really wanted, like, this is the money shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, and it's like I think it's like really creative the way that they do it, but also like it that isn't necessarily important. Like as I'm coming
Mm-hmm.
away from this
Yeah.
rewatch, like it isn't the visuals that's really sticking out to me.
Sure.
It's the writing,
Mm.
of like just like this, and this is something that we talk about a lot, or
Mm-hmm.
I talk about it a lot. I don't know if you bring it up,
Mm-hmm.
but I get like kind of upset when I watch like a modern like kids movie, even something like Inside Out 2, which is
Mm-hmm.
like dealing with like teen angst and stuff. But I feel like the stakes are always way too low in kids movies,
Mm.
which is like why I really appreciate like this is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and obviously because it's something that he went
Right.
through.
Right.
But like this is a real thing that kids probably like deal with,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be really nice. Like if I was going through something like that and I was watching this movie, I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
man, this is what I would want to see.
Yeah.
And like that, it's like really admirable to me. Like something like this has the same like resonance with me than like Fred Rogers,
Mm.
where I'm like, man,
Yeah.
you're not talking down to kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like the kids aren't like they aren't like fully formed, but like you can explain stuff to them, and like they'll understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Like kids aren't dumb
Right.
necessarily.
Right.
And so like that's something that I really appreciated here. But also like, and this is another cliche that I'm like kind of tired of, where like the parents don't believe the kids. Like that's
Oh.
such a thing where it's
Yeah.
like the kids come in and are like, "Oh, we saw Totoro." No, you didn't.
Mm.
You oh, it's just your imagination. You're always playing out in the woods. The dad never says anything like that.
Mm-mm.
That's something I really, really liked is like when they find her sleeping in that little like grotto and they bring her out and she's like, "You don't believe me." The dad, like his first thing is, "Oh no, I believe you. We should go thank him." And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that is like honestly really, really, really good parenting.
Yeah.
Where
It's
it's
nice.
not like shutting down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, okay, stop that. Like, come on, we need to it's like, no, let's take a moment.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like necessarily playing into the fantasy. But it's like teaching an appreciation for nature.
Right.
And I'm like, it's really nice. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like these are real things that teach both kids and parents. And like, I walked away, I'm like, this is like such a mature movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where when I watched it before, I had the exact opposite takeaway,
Mm.
which is something I was like, I don't understand what was going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. I think too, because this is told from their perspective, the like we know dad's probably stressed to the max. We never see that
Yeah.
because he never lets the girls see that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're oblivious to the fact that dad's probably super stressed out, because he's fully engaged with them when he's with them.
Mm-hmm.
He's interacting with them. He's probably exhausted, but he's still doing the things that he needs to be doing to raise those girls. I also love that there's this random granny who comes in the picture,
Yeah.
and Granny's awesome. I love Granny,
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh, what a time. Oh, what a time to
Mm-hmm.
have, like, you are meeting your neighbors. They're stopping on their way. The one guy's like, oh, great, there's more kids coming in the neighborhood, and whatever. But that this woman comes alongside this family that needs some assistance, like
Mm-hmm.
really needs, these girls need somebody because dad's not able to do everything
Yeah.
himself. And this woman comes alongside and is always with arms open. Even when she's working in the field, she's out and she comes and she responds to them. So I also like that idea of this found family component.
Oh yeah.
And also the boy, I can't remember what his name was, but
Kanto, I think.
that's right, yes. The friendship that ends up developing between those two was also just very sweet. And I appreciated it wasn't like, oh, now they're going to fall in love and it's going to.
No.
No, it was just like they're friends and he is taking care of her and he comes on his bike and he, like,
His bike that's too big.
it's way too
'Cause he
big.
has to like stick his leg through and like
Yes.
he's not even on the seat.
No, no. Yeah, those relationships, it's relationships all over the place, but relationships from the kids' standpoint, from their viewpoint. And yeah, I don't know. I just really, I thought it was just so incredibly well done. And it's just enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's just enjoyable. And it's not that it doesn't have substance. It's not that it isn't sad. It is like just a really delightful ride
Yeah.
to go through this. And they don't like shove it down your throat from the very beginning. They give you time to try to figure out what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're able to put things in context. And you see that shoe at the point where it's in the pond and you see Satsuki like,
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't have yelled at her. Like, who hasn't done that? Where you're frustrated and you're feeling sad or you're angry or whatever, and somebody comes to you and you lash out because it's the person that's in front of you and you're safe to do that. But also then the guilt that she feels and her running. That was just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Her finally seeing like what has happened and trying to figure out where her sister is, and then seeing that whole community come together
Yeah.
and try to find her. I had read that it said that originally there was one character, one girl, but they needed something at the end. They needed stakes, and so they took and the girl's age was between the two. I think the little one's
okay.
supposed to be three or
Four.
4 or something. So it was the original age was in between, and then when they realized, oh, we need some stakes here, we need something that's gonna like help us finish off this movie, they decided to split the girls into two so that you could have some of the urgency. And I think this movie would not have been nearly as good with just one.
No.
You need that interplay between those two girls. And I would also argue that their ages are really important.
Yes.
Like, I don't think this would have been as good if we had two teens or like, an 8 and a 13. It's not the same. These young kids watching us, how they process this really difficult situation in the only ways they know how is really refreshing. It makes for a really wonderful story.
It's really, really good. And like, yeah, the ages are perfect. Because like the older one is like just getting into school and the younger one is too young. So there's like that dynamic where like the dad is like working from home or granny's there.
Yeah.
And then there's like that separation between the two siblings. Like if they were both in school, that's a different movie.
Yep.
Or if there's just one of them. Like I think I wouldn't change anything necessarily about the script at all. Like it's kind of a perfect structure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Man. Yeah, I just really thought it was great. I did not realize that this was Elle Fanning's first movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was like a little kid.
So little.
Yeah.
And then I went out and I was like, because I really like Elle Fanning. I went out and was looking at her, like all the movies she's been in. And like she was in I Am Sam with Sean Penn, like a year or two later. She would have been so tiny. She's been in so many she was in Because of Winn-Dixie, which is one of my very favorites. So yeah, I just really like Elle. And her acting. So I loved that this was her first movie. Also, I don't know if you know, because I've only watched Toy Story 3 a couple times, but that Totoro's in it.
Oh, what was it? It was... I recognized the name when I saw it.
And it's just... I don't know if it's like a full-on character or if it's just in one of the scenes, but they had mentioned that this... the iconic nature of the Totoro character.
Yeah.
And that it shows up in Toy Story 3.
Yeah, I know. Well, we talked about this a little bit with Spirited Away, but John Lasseter was a executive producer, I think, on Spirited Away. So there is like a Pixar Ghibli connection.
Yes, and I think this dub, I'd been seeing things about Disney. This 2005 dub version, which is what we watched with Elle Fanning and Tim Daly, that version is, they said something to the fact that it was something with Disney, and so then they did it again, because it had an English dub before.
That I could see that. Man, I just had it. It's like Frank. What was it? Oh, geez. Frank Welker, I think. Yeah, because he's the voice of Totoro and the bus.
Oh.
Gonna have to see what.
So is that? It said that there were that Totoro was actually in the movie, right? Like not the voice, but the actual character was animated into Toy Story 3.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
I thought you meant
that's
the
what I was
guy.
trying to say. I didn't say that very well. I think he was actually in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Let me see.
I'll show you. I'll have to put a picture of it.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I love that.
It's one of Bonnie's toys. She has a little plush Totoro. Oh, that's really cute. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting. Little thing that it's really beloved. In fact, they said when this movie came out, it was not very successful.
No.
And then a few years later, they came out with plush versions of Totoro, and it took off.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, which is so interesting to me that would be the thing that like sets it on fire. Well, but I thought that was fun.
I mean, I think I've seen so many people with like Totoro like stuff. Like it is probably, I mean, it's the most famous Studio Ghibli thing.
Yeah. Well, and he is very cute.
He is very cute.
You can see why people would want a plush of that, and not like that creature from Spirited Away with the white mask. It's like, well, nobody wants a plush of that.
Face.
People want a plush of this.
Oh man. Well, I'm
Sweet.
looking up because I may have found an interesting connection.
Oh, okay.
Because I was looking up. Well, when you said that Totoro was in
Yeah.
Toy Story 3, I was like, that's Frank Welker who did the voice.
Okay.
And does that name sound familiar to you?
It does.
Okay. Because, oh geez, this guy's been in everything.
Oh, really?
He has 907 acting
Woo!
credits.
Wow.
It looks like he was Fred in the original Scooby-Doo.
Oh, really?
And
oh my gosh.
he still has credits. He's still doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
On Scooby Doo? Still Scooby Dooing?
Yeah, let me see.
Scooby Dooby Dooing?
Let me get back to the top. I was like all the way down. Looks like his last credit. Oh boy, IMDb updated. I don't know how anything works anymore.
I know. I noticed that when I was in there today.
His most recent role is in the Futurama, the newest season of Futurama that just came out this year.
How old is this guy?
79.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's longevity for you.
Born in 1946.
Wow.
Still
Still
going.
doing voice stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I saw he does Fred, and he also sometimes does the voice of Scooby-Doo.
Oh. Oh, I like that a lot.
That's kind of fun.
That is fun.
I saw that name, I'm like, that's a name I've heard.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was familiar to me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Old
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
I really liked it. So I was looking at awards and I have nothing.
Yeah, no.
Tim Daly plays the dad, and he I knew him and loved him in Wings. He was so handsome in Wings back in the 80s, and it was a sitcom. Tony Shalhoub was in it, and so was what's that guy's name now? I'm losing him. Sorry, friend. I can't think of what your name is right now. But anyway, that's what I knew him from first. His sister Tyne Daly was also an actress.
Oh.
And she was in the show Cagney and Lacey, which you may have heard of, but probably don't know anything about two female detectives. Anyway, that's his sister. But I was like, I have just seen him in something, and he was looking very Silver Foxy. I'm like, what was it that I saw him in recently? Like, it was driving me nuts. And so I pulled up his IMDb, and he is in Leanne Morgan's new Netflix show.
Oh.
He plays her boyfriend. He's very handsome.
Nice.
Very handsome. Because it was driving me crazy. So that was fun to hear his voice. And then Alea Salonga was the other one, and she does the voice of the mother. She's just like snorting back there.
Oh, she's eating her hand off.
Oh, you're eating your hand off?
Oh, that's good. She's on camera.
Huh? Oh, she is?
Use your 10 minutes of fame.
Yeah, except she's so... You can't see her very well.
She's blocked by the camera, but you can see. Or the microphone.
You can see her chin a little bit. Oh my gosh, can she jump?
Oh, look at her.
She's such a tub. You need to put the mic on her so they can hear her.
Oh, they can hear it. I'm watching the waveform. Oh, who don't go? Okay.
She's so snorty.
We need to talk about
The
Totoro.
best. Yes. Anyway, Lea Salonga plays the mother, and I was so excited when I saw her name because she was the original Eponine in Les Miserables, which is like one of my favorites. So all the soundtracks that I have of that show from the original, like the London version and all of them, she's amazing. She was also in Miss Saigon. She also did the singing voice. No, I think she might have done the entire voice for Jasmine in Aladdin. Her voice is amazingly wonderful. Yeah, she had to get a drink. She's starved. So anyway, that was fun. She plays the voice of the mother, or she does the voice of the mother. And she still sings and sounds lovely.
Oh.
Anyway, I like her. And I think that might be all that I know. Do you know anything else about this one? I would like to know what you rated it. I haven't been out on Letterboxd since we watched it last night, but...
Well, I haven't posted anything yet. I've been thinking about it today.
Yeah.
I think originally... Let me look it up. I
Okay.
think it was a 3.
Oh, wow. That surprises me.
Yeah. I'll have to look it up. Hopefully it's not lower than that. But right now I'm kind of bouncing between a 4 and a 4.5. Maybe leaning towards 4.5.
That's kind of where I am too.
Yeah, let me see. Ghibli movie ranked. Yeah, it's second last. Yeah, I have it as 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too low.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of all of my friends who have seen it, I'm the lowest.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it a lot. When I pulled it up on IMDb, it was like profanity, none.
Yeah, yeah.
Violence, none. Sex, none. I'm like, wow, look at this. That's why it's rated G.
It's rated
Except
G.
there's a bare butt, so I don't know that we would get it rated G here. Would
Is
we?
there?
Yeah, when they're in the bath and she
Oh.
goes to jump in the water, you can see her like part of her butt.
I didn't even notice.
And I was like, oh, I wonder if we would get a G rating on that just because of that here. I don't know the answer to that, but it is the same, like the rating system. It's
Yeah, it would
so-
be the MPAA.
yeah. Anyway, I liked it a lot. I'm gonna say probably, I'm gonna go with a 4. I really liked it. I really, really did. I thought it was so good.
I did too. I'm glad. I figured that was a slam dunk. I'm like, well, there's no way you're not gonna like this one.
Well, and you didn't even remember all the delightful children's stuff, so that raised the bar right up.
I was just like, if we're gonna do Ghibli movies kind of regularly on the podcast, we should do the big ones first. So
Yeah.
Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah.
From here, we'll be able to go anywhere. We're going to Kiki's Delivery Service next because that one is another slam dunk.
Okay.
I know for a fact. I'm gonna go so far as to say that one is going to be your favorite one.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited to see.
I'm Babe Ruth. I'm calling my shot.
Call 'em your shot.
Yeah.
Nice.
So in 2 months, remember that.
Okay. Is that what our schedule is? Is like every 2 months? Something like
It's just
that.
whatever I feel like.
Yeah. We're coming up on a year here real soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something.
Yeah. Well, I get to pick the next one, and that one won't be in the new year, so I will feel okay. It'll be the one after that we probably need to like put some thought into what we want to do.
Yeah.
This one I had in mind when we talked last time about when we recorded last. I was like, I want to do As Good as It Gets. I adore this movie. It is one of my favorite movies, like solidly. This, When Harry Met Sally, Fried Green Tomatoes are like 3 of my top movies. But what I thought was so fun was that this week I was listening to the Dak Shepard podcast, Armchair Expert, and he had James L. Brooks on, who is responsible for that movie, and I had no idea about him at all. No. But when they started listing off all the TV shows that he did, they started listing off all the movies, and he was telling these stories. And As Good as It Gets popped up. I was like, well, it was just meant to be that we were going to watch it. Your Aunt Kara, I don't even want to say. I'm going to wait until we discuss because there's a reason that she doesn't love this movie.
Oh.
And it's not a substantive reason.
Okay.
We had a conversation about it as I was driving up here to see you.
Oh.
We talked on the phone for a good hour and a half on my way up.
Nice.
And I told her that I was picking that as our next podcast movie, and she's like, ugh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I already knew. She's like, do you know why I don't like that movie? I'm like, I've heard about it since we saw it, but I still love it. I still love it. And I think that you and I watched it together many, many years ago, but I think this is going to be another situation like this movie where I don't know that you were really of an age to truly appreciate what's happening. And there is so much, again, there's a lot of heart in this movie. There's like joy and sadness and relationships and unlikely friendships, and there's just so many things in it to talk about, and I'm so excited for you to watch it because I just think you're gonna love it.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
I really think you're gonna love it, so I'm pumped.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it. I don't remember anything except there's the dog.
Oh my gosh,
which I
the
could have got
dog.
from the poster.
I love that dog.
But for some reason, I remember that there's like, isn't like his neighbor like someone who like tried to kill themselves? Or am I?
There's a traumatic event that happens with his neighbor, but it's not that.
Okay, I think what I'm getting twisted is his neighbor gay? Mm-hmm. Okay, That's where I'm getting it twisted because I'm like, somehow in my mind, Little Miss Sunshine and this movie combined.
Oh, it's called Greg Kinnear.
Oh, is he the neighbor? Okay.
Greg Kinnear is the neighbor, so that's where you're getting them combined together.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
like for some reason I'm like, oh yeah, his neighbor tried to kill himself because he was gay. And I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
no, that's Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, so
Little
that
Miss
is-
Sunshine is a banger.
That is such a good movie too. That is a really good movie. I haven't watched that since you and I watched it together years and years ago, but dang, it's a very similar
I think I've seen it twice
Have you?
since then. It's I love that movie.
that is a solid movie. That talk about relationships. I love that one.
Oh, here's a topical. It won't be
Yeah.
topical by the time this comes out.
Oh, okay.
But have you been seeing all of the hate that Paul Dano has been getting?
No.
Okay, so it started with Tarantino. I don't know what this was for.
Oh.
But Tarantino was like ranking movies, and like pretty high on his list was There Will Be Blood.
Can I ask you to do something really quickly? Are we still good on time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we're good.
Sorry. We have to go somewhere at a certain time. I want to make sure we're not going over. I can't see that far away. Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
I can barely see it, and we're fine.
Okay, good. Great.
Yes. Oh, okay. So
Yes,
Tarantino
sorry.
was talking about There Will Be Blood, which is a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Did we just? Why am I like we just talked about Paul Thomas Anderson? I don't remember.
We did.
We did. Why? I don't remember why we were talking about Paul Thomas. I guess it doesn't matter. Tarantino was talking about There Will Be Blood and is like, Daniel Day-Lewis, one of the best actors of all time. Paul Dano sucks. Was kind of like his statement. Was like, Paul Dano brings down that movie.
What?
Which I'm like...
Well, I mean, I've never seen it, but
Yeah.
that hurts my feelings that someone would say that.
Yeah, he was like, it wasn't... Like, you know, sometimes when like Hollywood speak, like they'll be like, oh, well, I haven't really seen it, or I don't care
Yeah.
for it. It was like specifically like Paul Dano... I think he said like Paul Dano was like one of the worst actors in Hollywood.
Wow.
Like really kind of gunning for Paul Dano.
Wow.
And I want to come out publicly and say I think Paul Dano is one of the best actors working right now.
Yeah.
He plays a very specific kind of character. But when he's allowed to do that, he's like phenomenal
Yeah.
as playing these like weird offbeat kind of people. But he also played Steven Spielberg's dad.
Yeah,
in
that's
The
what I know him
Fabelmans.
best from. And he was great. Like
He's
he
great in that.
definitely disappeared into that role. And,
Yeah.
Like if you held that character up next to the Little Miss Sunshine character,
Oh, yeah.
you would never know. Well, I didn't until you said something. You're like, well, that was the brother
Yeah.
from. I was like, oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, he was in that, and he like I guess what I most recently saw him in, he's the Riddler in
Oh.
the new Batman movie.
Okay.
And he's like fantastic in everything I've seen him in. So like I just don't understand. And now there's like some people who are like, you know, Quentin Tarantino fans. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Who are like, oh yeah, Paul Dano sucks.
Oh.
And I just want to stand out here and like, come on, we need to give Paul Dano some flowers because he's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, the two things I've seen him in, I really enjoyed him in.
Yeah.
But that's too bad that he did that. I don't know why you would feel like you need to do that.
There was like another one. I don't know what he was doing. I don't. That's the thing. I need to look more into it. Where it was
Yeah.
like why he was. I don't know if this was in a book. I know it was like text.
Oh.
So it might have been in like a book that he was writing.
Is this Tarantino you said?
Yeah.
I mean, but this isn't recent, right? He has a book that he published a few years ago.
Yeah.
But
No, this was like it just happened as of us recording it like a week or two ago.
I wonder if it's like an interview in a magazine or something or whatever. I
could
don't know.
be.
That's a bummer.
It feels weird because like he's not doing anything. Mm-hmm. So like why would he be interviewed?
Right.
Because it isn't like, I guess the only thing that we know that he's like tangentially related to is that they're doing a sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't be excited for it,
Yeah.
but it's just focused on Brad Pitt's character, who's like a
Oh.
stuntman,
Yep.
and it's directed by David Fincher.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's really interesting.
And David Fincher was like retired for a while, came back last year with A Killer, and now he's going to be doing a sequel to a Tarantino movie.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Um,
Huh.
I don't know if it'll be good, but I love David Fincher, and I'm like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see everything that he makes from here
What
on out.
movies? Give me some movies for David Fincher. I think we've probably
I
done
feel
this
like
before.
we just did this
We
last
did.
episode.
This last episode?
I think so.
See, you know what?
Or maybe it was
I
the one
didn't
before.
listen.
Oh, okay.
I was going to on the way up, and then
You got a phone call.
Kara and I talked for the whole way. So, because I wanted it to be fresh in my mind. You guys, here's the thing. Because I went back and we had recorded Rear Window. And then I went back and listened to the episode before. I was like, oh my gosh, we had that conversation.
Yeah.
It is like horrible that I don't remember things. And so I was saying to Jerry, like, please get it done before the next one so I can listen to it and have it fresh in my mind and I don't repeat myself. And you did it. And I didn't listen to it. And here I am repeating myself. Just give me a short couple.
His probably his most famous are like 7, Fight Club, Gone Girl, Zodiac, Alien 3.
Okay.
I don't need to keep going, but he's like the king of the thriller.
I will say, you talked about Brad Pitt, and then I was like, oh, Brad Pitt was in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and so was Elle Fanning.
And that was directed by David Fincher.
There we go. Give me 5 on that.
There we go.
It's like we're geniuses.
I know.
Unintentional geniuses.
So all that to say, watch Little Miss Sunshine.
Yes.
Watch There Will Be Blood. We need to get Paul Dano some flowers.
Yes, and watch Little Miss Sunshine would be a great pairing with As Good as It Gets, because you get Greg Kinnear in both, and I really like Greg Kinnear. Mm-hmm. He was also in my other most favorite movie, which is, well, maybe I already said You've Got Mail. Did I say You've Got Mail? No, but that is also another one of my favorite movies, and he's in You've Got Mail too.
I don't remember him being in that one. I barely remember that movie. That's another one like as good
Have
as
you
it gets.
seen When Harry Met Sally?
Yes.
Oh, that one.
That one's great.
That is like really up there as my maybe a number one movie. I love that one so very much. But You've Got Mail. I love a Tom Hanks. Mm-hmm. I really, really love a Tom Hanks. And I love a Tom Hanks with Meg Ryan, even though in that movie he's a jerk. And really technically I shouldn't like him at all.
But it's Tom Hanks.
But it's Tom Hanks. And yeah, Greg Kinnear plays her boyfriend, her live-in boyfriend. That he's a writer.
Mm. Maybe one of these days we'll do it on the show because I don't remember anything about it.
That movie. I feel like both. I feel like When Harry Met Sally is a fall movie to me. It feels very fall-like. I know it goes through many years and you go through many things, but the vibe of it overall feels fall. Mm-hmm. And You've Got Mail feels spring to me. So there's like scenes in the park and, and again, we are going through a Christmas season and, but for some reason, those two movies with Meg Ryan just have a very specific seasonal feel to me.
Well, I think of the poster for When Harry Met Sally, and it's very orange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're under trees in a park, and yeah. And she wears the cutest outfits. And anyway, that's a good one. I really like it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anything with Helen Hunt before?
Maybe. Well,
she's in Twister.
I have not seen Twister.
She was in the show Mad About You. She was in Girls Just Want to Have Fun, the movie. She was in What Women Want, maybe?
Yep. She was in Castaway.
See, I've never seen that.
She was in Soul Surfer.
Oh.
I don't remember.
That's the one, the surfer whose arm got bit off by a shark.
I know that. I don't remember anything about that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
she was in something recently, and I'm like, oh, I see her again.
She was in Hacks.
Oh, I haven't seen the newest season of that, but I need to. Anyway, I would also highly recommend that episode of Armchair Expert because, man, this guy is a treasure. The stuff that he did, Mary Tyler Moore, Taxi, like Rhoda, so many awesome classic TV shows, and then, broadcast news, As Good as It Gets. And he's got that new one that's out right now with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Ella McKay.
Ella McKay, and I cannot wait. I saw the preview for that, and I was like,
Look good.
I have to see that. And I very rarely am seeing previews very often anymore that I'm like, oh, I have to see that. And that was one where I was like, that is going to be a relationship, going to make my heart feel good movie. And I am in the mood for one of those. So,
Yeah. Man, I don't know where I'm getting this twisted, but I could swear that that was a remake, but I just searched Ella McKay original and nothing came up. So I'm assuming that it's an original thing. But I'm like, man, I can swear I've heard that that's a
I
movie.
kind of,
Ella
maybe I
McKay.
heard that from you.
Maybe.
Because I was like, I feel like I've heard that too, but it might be that you said that when we talked about it yesterday.
If someone knows.
Oh, it's
It
got to be
was
out
it
there.
a stage show or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I just know he wrote it,
Okay.
but
it
he's
looked
an
good.
old guy. I mean, this Albert J. Brooks is in his 80s. Is that what we
yeah.
said?
Yeah.
Like he had his finger in The Simpsons somehow. I'm not sure. Well, that sounded terrible, but he, oh gosh, he like was part of it. Sorry about that. That was awful. Anyway,
You didn't say anything afterwards.
I know. I just, as soon as I said it, I thought it. And I was like, I don't think that way generally, but I did there. Anyway, yeah, he's had his hand in a lot of very influential and pivotal sorts of television and movies. It was a really interesting interview. The people he knows is interesting. And he had some good things to say about Jack Nicholson, which I will save for when we do this podcast. But I will say that he did Terms of Endearment, which is a Best Picture winner, and Jack Nicholson was also in that. So he had worked with Jack Nicholson before he cast him in this movie. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I have.
Save everything else.
I'll save everything else.
All right. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Next up will be that.
Yep.
And then it might be our 1-year anniversary
I
special.
know.
I have an idea. I might pitch it to you after.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see what you think. But
okay.
Yeah, so that'll be that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. That's pretty much all we have to say, I guess.
Yeah, that is all I have to say today.
Yeah.
I didn't even go on very many tangents. I'm pretty proud of me.
I know.
I know. It's because I'm getting hungry.
Oh.
But it's fine. We're going to a new Mexican place up the street. We're very pumped.
Yeah,
It's
hopefully it'll be
great.
good.
We got fried rice last night, and tonight we're getting Mexican food. So I'm living in a happy land right now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good stuff.
All right, everyone. Well, support your local library and call your mom.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.